Hey everyone, this is Aquatic Health 3500 here, and what I will be talking to you guys in this video is going to be about sexing the Oscar cichlid. A lot of times Oscar cichlids are like anything when it comes to Oscars, and possible ways to sex them are just theories. There's really no visual way known so far about sexing them. Unlike any other fish, like the jaguar cichlids, flowerhorn cichlids, or even like the convict cichlids or jewel cichlids, or some of those other guys that it's easy to actually tell whether one's a male or one's a female, Oscars are known as the monomorphic type of a fish, and monomorphic means that there's no visual identity sex-wise. Oscars, they don't follow the three rules, like I said, when it comes to sexing other cichlids. And the three rules meaning the length of the anal and dorsal fin. If it's longer, then usually it's a male versus the female, where it's a little more shorter. The coloration, where a lot of other cichlids, the males can have more of the vibrant looking colors, or more of the deeper kind of colors, or they'll have overall just more colors than females. Oscars, you can have the same amount of, they can look exactly identical, and they could be either same sex or opposite sex. It won't matter. Then the third way of usually figuring out whether it's a male or female for a lot of other cichlids are aggression. Usually the males are more aggressive than the females, like jaguar cichlids. But with Oscars, they can have the same exact attitude whether it be a male or a female, and of course that's not going to help. But that's always one thing that's hard when it comes to the Oscars. There have been some theories out there, like here's one off the top of my head when it comes to the anal and dorsal fin, that supposedly the males will be slightly longer than a female's or whatever. I've looked at tons of videos where the Oscars have been actually laying eggs, and the male and the female will either have the same exact length of fins, or sometimes the females have been a little longer than the males. I mean, that's really not a rule of thumbs when it comes to trying to breed or sex the Oscars. The only way, though, you'll be able to even possibly be able to get a for sure thing sexing Oscar wise is by vent sexing them. Of course, this is only if you are that desperate to sex them for some kind of selling purpose or whatever. But I wouldn't recommend it whatsoever, because it can stress the fish out, and even so, sometimes it can be pretty hard to understand kind of what you're looking for. But vent sexing basically is you grab the fish, take them out of the water, put them upside down, and of course you'll see the anal and the vent area. And what you'll be looking for are these. On the males, the anal and vent will be exactly the same size, circle-wise. Females will usually be a little bigger. The vent will be bigger than the anal. The only problem, though, is that sometimes, depending on when you catch them, they're trying to take a poop or whatever, or they're having some kind of a blockage in there, and that can help disrupt the look of the vent versus the anal, and it's not a for sure thing all the time. Sometimes when they're younger, just being younger, they're still not sexually mature enough yet that they'll look the same whether it be a male or a female. Even as they're bigger, like I said, it just creates so much stress that I really wouldn't even bother trying to do it. I mean, the only way 100% is if you have a couple Oscars in the tank and they end up just laying eggs. During the time that they're laying eggs, you'll know who's the male and who's the female, because the vent will actually be bigger on the female, whereas the male will be smaller and more of like a needle type of look to it. But other than that, guys, thank you for watching the video. Hopefully I answered some questions. If anyone ever wants me to do a sexing video on another fish, just leave a comment. Please like the video, subscribe. Later, guys.